Hey, ladies and gentlemen. It is with much regret that I make this video. And in the end, it looks like a lot of us were extremely right about Tom Kent and his actions. And if you're not aware, Tom Kent had a program called Flip the Seeds where he was supposedly investing people's money and then giving them returns of up to 1,000%. And he managed to get a lot of people involved and sending him money because he had paid out some of his initial joiners, and those people were the perfect marketing campaign. Because what they did was because they got paid, they simply got the word out. And because they had the proof that they got paid and could display it to other people thought, wow, this guy's the real deal. The problem is that Flip the Seeds is a Ponzi. And how that works is Tom was using new joiners to pay out old joiners, all right? And he was accumulating a lot of money and Bitcoin for himself. A few of us saw right through the scam right in the beginning. When it came to my attention, I saw right through it. I completely and utterly saw that it was a Ponzi. Myself and Ari McCarby had made a post about it, and it's not the first time that I've exposed Tom Kent for scamming. Tom had scammed me a number of years ago when he tried to sell me fake traffic, and he never made it right, even though that he knew that I was displeased with him. But then he had the audacity to try and sell me fake traffic again, but under a pseudonym of Zoe Stray, which he admitted to a couple of people, to more than a couple of people, that he had tried to scam me. And he said that he admitted that he had been a scammer. And a lot of people went, yeah, okay, well, it's in his past and we forgive him. And then he started this Flip the Seeds, and we saw through it and we put the word out, and sadly a lot of people were against us. And I can understand why, and I'll tell you exactly why a lot of people were against us. And it comes down to belief. People wanted to believe so badly because they had given him money. All right, people wanted to believe that he was the real deal, so they turned on us. I had a post where someone was, blatantly attacking me and calling me all types of things, saying that I'm a liar. Now I've got a video of it's on YouTube, of the incident where he tried to scam me using the pseudonym Zoe Stray, using this fake profile. And also the comments on there, people saying that I have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, etc. And I mean, it's on YouTube. You guys can go and have a look. All right. And what happened was, the more people that joined Flip the Seeds and the more people that came in, he was able to pay a couple of more people, and it just kept other people believing. All right. Until he had strung enough people along that he had accumulated a hell of a lot of money, which they estimated to be in the region of around $2 million. No one really knows what the true amount is. But then it got to a point where people started asking for refunds because they weren't getting paid, okay? Or they weren't getting the investment payout, the 1,000% that he was promising to people. And people started asking for refunds. And anyone that had the gall or audacity to ask for a refund, those people were then booted out of his group and called haters. And these haters were out to get him. And he had a ring of people around him that were extremely close, possibly because they were getting paid either to keep quiet about what was actually going on. He tried to point the finger at a couple of innocent people, one of them being Monique Leon, who he had coerced, or not coerced, but he had hired her to build him a website that he was going to be using to display people's campaigns and what he was actually doing with their money. And the website was complete, and Monique has made the transcripts of the conversations that she had with him available to the public, and you can read through them, and you can see that she chased him for payment for the work that was done. And the site was ready where people could go and actually see what was happening. The only thing that was missing was the data that Tom said that he would upload to be able to show how people's campaigns are doing. This is something that he's never made publicly available. And the reason for this is because there were never campaigns. Tom was not investing people's money into anything other than his own pocket, okay? And he was using that money to buy jet skis, to buy engagement rings, to buy business class tickets, flying all over the world, and generally having a really good time using other people's money. And this is extremely sad because people were starting to get desperate, okay? And what happened was that the minute that anyone would ask for a refund or question the legitimacy of his program, what would happen is, because he was surrounded by certain people that also wanted to get paid, these people would turn on other people exactly like themselves so they could align themselves closer to Tom and show Tom, hey, Tom, look, I'm on your side. Check this out. I'm your friend because I'm sticking up for you. Just because they wanted to get paid. Okay, it's hive mentality, and this mentality just carried on, getting people to, keep quiet. People were too scared to say anything because they knew that the minute that they asked about their money, about their investment, or even a refund, they would be attacked by other members. They would be attacked by the admins. The admins were treating people like utter shit, and Tom would not pay them or find an excuse not to pay them. But the thing is, it eventually got to a point where it was escalating a little bit out of control. And Tom moved people away from Facebook and onto a private forum, where eventually on the 31st of July, he published an update. And in that update, he said, well, I'm very sorry, but firstly, he came up, and it's quite a gem. I'll try and find it in a second. What he actually had said was that, let's see, there's loads. All right. So first, he wants to say thank you to a person by the name of Sherry. Now, a lot of people know who Sherry is. Okay, and she's one of his hardest supporters. And I'm very sad to say, Sherry, but the longer that you align yourself with Tom Kent, the more you're going to find yourself into trouble. All right. I'm being really honest. Okay. If you know what Tom is up to, okay, you're guilty by association. All right. And you're probably a little bit too deeply involved in what he's doing. And I know that you're one of the people that turned on other members, right, and even turned on admins when they eventually, some admins eventually dropped out knowing what was going on. And you just kept on bashing those people who legitimately wanted their damn money back. And what did you do? All right, you threatened them, you kicked them out, and you just kept aligning yourself closer and closer to Tom. And that's not going to get you in good stead with the authorities. Because if you don't know already, Tom's under investigation in not one country, but 2 different countries. All right. The Australian authorities are looking into Tom right now, as well as the UK authorities, and Tom is going to find himself in a lot of hot water. But anyway, so Tom comes out with this update, and first he pats a couple of people on the back, for working crazy hours, and then, talking about the back office and whatever the case is, which he completely lied about, and then try to make it look like Monique had stolen the database and stolen money, and it was her fault that the website never went up, when in actual fact the website was ready. And as I said, the only thing that was missing was the data that Tom was supposed to put in. And then he goes on to say, oh, and by the way, yeah, payouts, right? And he tries to give an insight as to how his business operates. And he then said that one of the companies that he was investing the money with to try and make money from, they've done a run on him with $600,000. All right. Now, if this is the truth, why hasn't anyone ever asked Tom to reveal who this company is and get them, get their name out there so people can do their own investigating, right? I don't think that Tom is going to ever reveal who this company is, because this company simply does not exist. That $600,000 is unaccounted for because he's spent it, all right? I'm really sad to say that a lot of people, high-profile people in internet marketing, backed Tom on this and recruited other members, and they walked away unscathed, making themselves a lot of money in the process. All right, and when the money was followed, it's gone to Tom's bank accounts as well as to an offline Bitcoin wallet. None of the money that was invested properly, And this is what the authorities are looking into now, as they're following the trace of the money. But there's a couple of things that I want to show you guys, which is really, really funny. All right, so this was the update that he put out there, admitting that he had lost $600,000 of investors' money. Okay, now what people need to understand, firstly, all right, is that Tom is not an investor. He is not legally an investor. Okay, he is not accredited as any type of as an investment broker or anything of the sort. So him taking people's money, and even if it was something legitimate that he was doing, all right, and he was genuinely investing people's money, he was still breaking the law, because you cannot, if you're not an accredited investor, take people's money to invest in other things. So Tom really broke the law, you know, and this is not even part of the Ponzi yet, because the Ponzi is a completely illegal thing that he's completely done here. All right. But now that people are starting to catch up to him, okay, he has gone on to make certain threats, because this website, ftsscamsupport.wordpress.com, was put up to try and get people who were scammed by Tom to stand together to try and at least try and get some of their money back, or work together to form a case against Tom. All right, and he then, I mean, let's just take a look at through some of these things here. All right, this is conversations that Tom had with people, his close admins. He's admitting that he's flying business. All right, if Tom lost $600,000, why is he flying business class? All right. Then he doesn't like this website, ftsscamsupport.wordpress.com, and then he goes and he says, I'm not going to lie, but I really want to get a team together to DDoS that website and get it offline ASAP. Now, DDoS is a distributed denial of attack, and this is something that I suffered a few years ago, 2 years ago, with another person, and it is something that is illegal, all right, and it's something that won't be accepted lightly, all right. And if Tom does try to DDoS this website to try and get it offline, all right, it is going to make him look extremely bad. Now, Tom, the thing is, I know that you're going to be watching this. If you try and DDoS WordPress.com, WordPress is going to go after you, and it's also going to be an admission of your own guilt. So just be careful there. And then what about this chap Ivan suggesting that Tom do it from Monique's computer? What have they got against Monique other than the fact that she keeps on exposing information about his operation? And you can go onto this website and go and have a look at the tons of evidence against Tom. Now, he's got other profiles up, and he's told various lies, telling people he's been working 24/7, but on the same day he goes and posts that he decided to take his jet ski out. You know, the guy's a liar and a scam artist, all right? And then, now that Flip the Seeds has come to a complete end, there's a couple of things that I want you to listen to, all right? Listen to this voice. Okay, this is Tom Kent.
Hey everyone, Tom here again, and in this video I want to get some of your ideas.
Okay, that's Tom. And this
hey everyone, welcome to this YouTube channel. On this channel,
that is what Tom sounds like. Okay, and then a day ago, all right, another company all of a sudden popped out, which is called Flip Your Investment, which is eerily very similar to Flip the Seeds. Okay, and now listen to this. All right.
Hello and welcome to this video, Flip Your Investment. Let me tell you a bit more about it. Now, what is this opportunity?
You recognize that voice? That's Tom Kent's voice. But now let's carry on listening to this video very carefully.
First off, I'd like to congratulate you on taking action and actually watching this video. 95% of this industry does not take action. Now, you are on the right step to success. Now, let me just introduce myself. My name's Tom Howard. I've been in this game.
Did you hear that? My name's Tom Howard. This video disappeared, but somebody grabbed it and put it back online. All right. There's other evidence where that was sent to me this morning, and I do plan on making it publicly available, and I'll also be sending it through to the relevant authorities, where this opportunity, the group, okay, which a chap by the name of Brian made a funnel for, is showing how much money was sent to certain Bitcoin addresses, all right? And when you have a look on blockchain, all right, it's the same place that a lot of money has gone to that's tied to Tom Kent. It's looking so bad for Tom right now. While this is a bit of a win for the people that were scammed by Tom, it is still very sad because a lot of people lost a lot of money, and it gives internet marketing a bad name. And for a person like myself, who, you know, my livelihood is from what I do online as a legitimate internet marketer, okay, people like Tom Kent have absolutely no place in this industry. They are a virus, and I will be extremely happy when Tom is put behind bars, because it is inevitable that it is going to happen. All right. For those people who were on the fence trying to decide whether he was or was not a scammer, the evidence is out there. It is now up to you to actually decide for yourselves whether you want to continue to align yourself with him, or to finally get yourselves out of denial and do something about it. And you can reach out to the rest of the people who are actually standing together now against Tom, because enough is enough. And I really want to see this person behind bars. I have nothing but utter contempt for him. And I like to take my hat off to those people who finally decided to make a stand and, you know, admit that, you know, enough is enough, and they've gone to Tom and they've said, you know, we know what you're up to, and they've told Tom exactly what they thought of him. So yes, now all that I ask is that you share this video, share this post, get the word out there. People need to come together and stand together, all right? Send all the information that you have through to the relevant authorities. Go to that website, ftsscamsupport.wordpress.com. Okay, there is information on here as to what you can do, all right? There's statements from other admin if you're still on the fence, if you don't know, if you're really not convinced that what we're saying about Tom Kent is the truth, go and take a look. And if you're one of those people who are turning on other members when they start asking for refunds, you need to ask yourself why you're doing that. Do you still have this thing that you so badly want to believe, you want it to be real, that you've convinced yourself that other people are in the wrong? Okay, here's the thing. The people that are lining themselves up against Tom outweigh those that are still on his side. And you need to ask yourself, why? Why is that? Why is it okay for him to have stolen money from so many people? And if you're still waiting to get paid, but you're still turning on other people, if you've gone beyond anything like a week over your supposed payout date and you still have not received anything, you need to wake up. I'm sorry, but you really, really need to wake up. Do the right thing. Really and truly. I am sorry for your loss. I'm sorry that you've lost money. But it's time now for you to do the right thing. Share this video, get the word out there. Get this man behind bars.